is Jeremy. Graduated in 2012 with an agricultural consumer economics degree. The second half of senior year, and throughout the summer I worked with Daniel Kraus and Sean Baird, both same age, on Cracked. And basically we bought the food truck in January of that year, and then our goal was basically to be ready when the school year started, because we knew our business would be around the academic calendar. Daniel is sort of the brains behind Cracked. He had an internship with Let Us Entertain You. At his internship, they had a group project, they had a competition to create a concept and a restaurant, essentially. They went as far as finding space in Chicago, figuring out their rent, and figuring out sort of their overhead. So they won that competition, and later on, as he and I were both looking for jobs our senior year, the idea of a food truck sort of came up. And for me, it was an immediate no. I did not want to. I didn't go to college for 4 years to work in a truck for 10 hours a day. I went on 17 interviews my second semester senior year, and the more I interviewed, the more I realized I didn't want to work for any of those companies. And in every situation, it was a matter of me working for the man, putting in who knows how many hours a week so that I could make a marginal amount more and someday be promoted to manager. And that was it. There really weren't any ideal ownership opportunities where I could do what I wanted to do, sort of create the hours I wanted, and not have a cap on the salary I could make. It's very interesting owning a business with two other partners the same age. The three of us really complement each other in our different expertise and backgrounds, and even though we do have disputes about anything from the sandwich item to the schedule to the next step for the company, if it weren't for the three of us, and the ability for us to balance these ideas and talk about the pros and cons of every decision we make, we would be in a completely different direction. My favorite sandwich is the sloppy Jose. We take smoked chorizo from Old Time Deli, a bacon onion jam that we make. It takes like 8 hours. It's a balsamic vinegar reduction with brown sugar, bacon obviously, a couple other ingredients. Then we take our homemade guacamole with a fried egg and hash browns, and that goes on a baguette or ciabatta or Texas toast, whichever bread we have or whichever you like. I really like that sandwich, but in all honesty, there isn't an item on the menu I wouldn't want really at any given time. They're all really good. We have sort of like a really interesting schedule, because the days we'll wake up around 6 a.m., get to the truck around 7, get the truck to the spot around 7:15, 7:30, and then we are open at 8. But today I got home at about 7 o'clock. So 3 days of the week are about 11-hour days. Saturdays we have the farmer's market where we wake up at around 5 in the morning and get home done at the market around 4 or 5 p.m. Work late nights. We are driving to the truck to work around 10 o'clock and then getting home around 5:30, 6:30 a.m. At the end of the shift, we clean the entire truck, put all of our dishes in this giant dish bin, which we then go to Strawberry Fields, which is our commissary. That's where we store all of our products, like our refrigerated, our frozen items. Every business, every food operation needs a commissary. You need a place, a 3-compartment sink with 3-foot drain boards on each side where you can legally do your dishes. And from there, we'll then go to a gas station, fill up the generators with gas, and then we go to the warehouse where we plug the truck in and make sure that we've restocked all our goods, that everything's put away, everything's ready to go for the next shift, and then close up. A lot of experiences are pretty funny when you look at it, sort of step away from the tree and look at the whole forest. But usually in the moment, they're pretty frustrating. A lot of nights, and especially in the beginning, we put out our napkin dispenser, ketchup, sriracha, Tabasco sauce, mustard, our tip jar, and everything got stolen every single night. I mean, without fail, something got stolen. I was working one night, there was a group of 5 people that came up to the truck, looked at it, and then a girl just grabbed a sriracha bottle and walked away. And I looked out the window and I was like, "Hey, I see you." And she turned back at me, looked at me, and then kept walking. And I couldn't do anything because we have customers, we have a line. I can't literally get out of the truck, run after a girl and a group of 5 people to get a bottle of sriracha, because then I'm going to lose money because I can't take it. We've had our tip jar stolen a couple times, probably 3 times. Now, throughout the night, you get $5, $6, $7 in there, you take it, put it up, and then you put the jar back out. Unfortunately, the funny stories aren't as memorable as the obnoxious ones. But honestly, it goes both ways. I mean, it's great to get thanks and for people to be appreciative, but at the same time, I mean, it's really frustrating when 10 people could say thank you, you guys are great, we love you, and one person steals and that's on your mind the entire time. About 6 months ago, I purchased a second truck. That second truck has been through the body shop, the mechanic, and now it's at the outfitters, which is the second to last stage until it's done. At the same time as the second truck is sort of evolving, we're also building a commissary. So instead of using Strawberry Fields and having all these different pit stops and going to Strawberry, then getting gas and going to our warehouse and then plugging the truck in and getting water and all these different steps, we're sort of consolidating everything into one place. And basically our own kitchen to completely prep. I mean, right now our truck is a kitchen. We do all of our cooking on the truck. Once we have our commissary laid out, we could do all of our cooking in the commissary and just streamline our entire process. That should be hopefully done and ready by March. And at that point, we'll have 2 trucks, a commissary, and have every intention of renting space to other food trucks or caterers or small businesses that want to cook. And when the summertime rolls around, we'll have 1 truck pretty much stationed here. The other truck will ideally, hopefully, go to a festival every single weekend. That's where we're at. The plan is pretty set in stone. We all have a pretty good idea of where we're going now. But again, the beauty is that we could go wherever we want from there. If another opportunity comes up, we'll entertain it.